の揺らぎ特別な何かに選ばれたとして神のみと知る命のエビデンス月明かり陰る雑に響く叫び絡まった overkill 振り払
Okay, we have everything set up. We're good to go. Yep, sorry for the late start. Work ran kind of late, and once I got done my workout and everything else, the time was so far gone. All right, both streams are up and running. We still got that. I wish we didn't have that 8-second lag on there. That frustrates me to no end. Pull up those two windows. And we're set. Let me do one more thing to adjust. There. I want to move the microphone just a little bit more. All right, my chest cough is still killing me, so I'm probably gonna sound like a frog for a little while. And I think once again, we're pretty much done with all the events for until the next one comes up. Yeah. Pretty sure we already did these. No, I didn't. We may do those. That's at least a quick 40. And with this, we have 12 rolls for Anby. Nah, my pity is probably going to suck next week. Since I got Chingy so fast, I'm totally expecting that to bite me in the back. All right, let's go hit up HIA first. Then let's see what we need. Okay, Evelyn is 60. Can't do any of that till next week anyway. Instead, we'll do these. Okay, cool. Her charge is done. What's next? Her melee is next. All right. So we still need money and we need materials. And after we get done with Evelyn, we'll hit lighter. Now, this is the first time I've used her since we got her to 60, so let's see if that makes a difference. And, darn, I figured to trigger the chain early. Air damage is much better. Set. Oh, the numbers are looking nice. Much better. Look at those numbers. And I wasted that, but it was pretty. Let's do it one more time. Hit the launcher. Ah, I missed the timing. Oh well. Lighter has spoken. We're gonna use that more often. I want to pull off something with that. So, oh, hold on. I didn't think about that. I'm stupid. So she can pile everybody up. Astra can keep doing more damage. Oh, this is gonna be nice. I have a new idea. I have a new idea. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. I have an idea. Okay, we're gonna do that again. But first, select those. Let's see if we can level up some more of Evelyn's discs. Okay, we need money, so let's go check the shop. Hit the coffee shop first. Then we need to go run the store and try to get the Denny's from it because Evelyn's lagging behind. I see the viewer count. Hello, how are you? And it's gone. That didn't last long at all. Darn it. I thought I was being nice by acknowledging it. That's it. We're going for the Riz approach next time. The brain rot is strong with this one. Almost done. Not that I needed any more of these, but having a complete list makes me happy. And after the newsstand, that's all the daily stuff. And that's everything. Go back to HA and burn the last little bit of battery we've got. And we're going to get Denny's this time because we're broke. I want to take the gamble and try to get Evelyn and Chingy's double engines before they rotate. At the same time, I want to save up for Anby. Okay, let's use that charge more often. Let's try it this way. Okay, that does work. This one. And it reaches pretty far away. And nope, no power dunk. I wonder how far it can reach. That works. That works. I like this idea. Move this out of the way. I swear, if I have one job this week, it's gonna be to clean my desktop. Crud. Okay, that's all the dailies. Let's go and let's do Lycon story. We'll do that one next. And we should be able to continue where we left off as well. I had to pause it yesterday. And it would help if I picked the right one. There we go. The only problem is I'm gonna have to go back through the TV screen games again. I don't hate them, but they're such a drag sometimes. Yep, I knew it was coming. Oh, not even a question. Not even a question. We're getting the pro team. I love this team. This has been my favorite team since Astra came out. Gives me an excuse to use Lycon and Miyabi. I just wish I could use my Lycon instead of theirs. Nope, not today. I can see it. I am sorry the frame rate is trash. I swear our new rig is coming in this week. Well, hopefully it will be. It's still in the building process right now. That's strange. I bet it is. Bro's got a stop. Wait, has he got a traffic light in his back? Hey, hold this. Hold this. He's going to get a swing in before I can stop it. There we go. Not today. Sorry, Lycon, I say free stuff, I need it. Miyabi has spoken. I see polys. That was overkill, but it was totally worth it. I bet it is. Let's handle up. Just happy I finally got my boy's voice back. I need him back in the story now. That looks like there's something back here. Called it. Huh. How do we get there? My boy. That's strange. I gotta go all the way around, I suppose. There we go. Figured it out. I kind of wish they would do more stuff like this where they hide things, you have to go look for it. That's more fun. Gives it more of an RPG feel. Nope. Nope. That's the only problem is I can only do it twice because of the loading. And shut it down. Not today. Ready? Hit it. Now for the big one. Done. Lilac. What's wrong? Okay. Huh. Guess I pay back against mom and dad, maybe. Fairy, what is wrong with you? I love Fairy. Fight the power. Give it up. I cannot believe. I'm gonna call you Twitter monger. That's what we're gonna call you from now on. This is painful. This is actually painful. Dave, there's my boy. How you been? This She's giving Fishhole a run for her money on being weird. I didn't think that was possible. Isn't that still just like this one? There, stick it to her. Wait a minute, hold on. Lampeluche. Code Geass, uh, Lelouch's real name was Lelouch v Britannia. Lampeluche. Okay, that's close. Asnabel. I'm pretty sure these are all anime references. Valkenhayn is Blaze Blue, but I don't see, there's no connection there. Asnabel, that's an. Wait a minute, wasn't Lelouch's secondary name Lelouch Lamperouge? Yeah, that was it. Oh, that's even in all of his card games is too. So she thinks he's Lelouch. We saw how his story ended. I don't think you want that, sister. And dude, this side quest is the one that got me to play the game to start with. Even though I never finished it in here, I watched through it online. And I want to know where Lycon supposedly got books for how with all the word edgy. How did you get books for that? No, it is not. It is not. There you go. Longer than that, bud. You're killing me, bro. And drag her out, it's like more like it. Holy crud. 80 polys for one mission? I did not remember them being so pricey. Your mom, shut up. You're about to be shoved in corners. On the spot. Sold. I heard that. There. Golly, woman. Both of those sound absolutely delightful. I like the mess out of both of them. Caught. No, that is effective. Everybody falls for food. Persona, funny. For the memes. He's like Fischl on steroids. How did they manage to make it worse? Uh-huh. Oh, no, there's two of them. And he sounds absolutely dead inside. I love it. My, how delicate. How delicate, lady. Organization of what? I'm about to steal these hands in just a minute. You definitely about to steal these hands in a minute. Can I choke this kid? Organization tests people by having them steal things. This is gonna be bad. Joker would not be amused. Oh, snot. Son, Mockingbird ain't got squat on the Phantom Thieves. Give me Joker. Where's Joker at? Uh oh. Full crud they do. That doesn't work. Just like with any other organization, if you have a group that calls themselves Justice and you have no one to do checks and balances, they become the problem. Did you not watch Death Note? I need to skip this. This is painful. Chosen of the world's end. Not even World Ends With You could save this one. Yes. This is painful. You're about to get the boot. Lycon's like a triple agent. Uh-huh. What is the tone? She's like a older version of Anya. Bull crud you do. Lilac leaves, but Lycon doesn't follow. But is it really okay to just leave her like this? No, it's not. Uh-huh. Yeah, I get that. Let me Give me just a moment. This is audio stream current bit rate. That's strange. Sorry, give me. The audio's low. I wonder why. Sorry, I was getting an error message from the multi-stream for the YouTube side. Oh, no wonder it opened 2 windows. That's the problem. I don't know why it did that. Still says it, crud. And we're gonna fix this. It's not reading correctly. Are you trying to stress me out on purpose? I'm probably fixing to let it ride. Stream's current audio bit rate is 0. I'll leave you alone for 5 minutes. Wait a second. Huh, the game's audio is actually acting strange. Yeah, Dave, can you hear the game on your side? That is strange. I wonder what happened. Voice meter studio. Just a second, I'm gonna run an experiment. That would explain the sudden view and click off earlier. I wish they would have told me something though. Oh, this is gonna wear me out. Crud, why is it not coming up now? It's the same executor. Okay. That doesn't make any sense, but we figured it out. That is garbage. The window title must match. Now it works. I cannot believe that the audio was not running this entire time. Oh, that sucks. Now let's check the YouTube side of things again. Refresh it. Okay, still says 0. Alright, now the audio bit rate's back up to where it's supposed to be. Oh, that was stupid. Why did that work in the first place? Where I've got one brain cell and I decide to take a vacation. This thing is gonna drive me to drink. Output settings are where they're supposed to be. Okay, there we go. Alright, that's over with. Alright, sorry about the fighting with the volume. I'm trying to get both streams to work again, because for some reason, one of them decided to have a seizure. There, now we got excellent all around. Gotta sort out my Chromie windows. Okay, everybody's ears good. Nobody got messed up whenever I jacked up the audio by accident. There, I think that's everything. You seem very interested in Mockingbird. Have you worked with Mockingbird before? I know he's connected to Hugo.
Have you dealt with Mockingbird before?
I wouldn't say dealt with is an accurate way to describe my relationship with Mockingbird. It has to do with a mistake I once made. I apologize.
Okay.
This has to do with some unpleasant history. When the opportunity presents itself, I will tell you more.
You mean whenever
My
Hugo
word.
gets added as playable character? That one? Alright. Next. Oh. Oops. Never would have thought something like this would come out of busting a thief. There's definitely something wrong with that Mockingbird. There's definitely something wrong with Lilac Mockingbird. Yep, despite claims that Mockingbird are these phantom thieves who steal from the rich to give to the poor, something still seems a little sus. You also think there's something up with Lilac Wise? Makes sense. It feels like they're going to try something. But it's getting late. Let's sleep early. Next up, we just have to wait for Lycon to get in touch. Take a break. Alright, let's hit the second one. And first off, how many polys do we get? Enough for another roll. I'm really on the fence about doing something stupid. I mean, I think Evelyn and Qingyu be kind of cool with their weapons. Not gonna lie. Might be kind of neat. All right, next one. A few days later, you meet up with Lycon at the coffee shop in Luminous Square as you agreed earlier. Regarding the Mockingbird incident from before, I have conducted a preliminary investigation. It seems as though this organization is deliberately trying to get close to Miss Lilac after all. Oh, I see. You're definitely up to something. That's right, the true intentions of these people remain unclear. However, I have already prepared my bait. Perhaps a big fish will take a bite soon. Actually, there's one more thing I'd like to discuss with you. It's not too much to ask. Could you spare some time around this time after tomorrow? I have some doubts about this case that I hope we can clear up together. See you tomorrow. Let's rock. Wonderful. Then I'll be waiting for you at Lumina Square this time tomorrow. The next day, Wise heads to Lumina Square and immediately spots Lycon in the crowd. He steps forward and stands on tiptoes to pat Lycon on the back.
Ah, you are very punctual.
My boy.
I wanted to discuss with you that recently, Miss Lilac has been acting rather strange. While she usually frequents the bookstore, recently she has been going to the noodle shop instead.
What's wrong with the noodle shop?
What's wrong with the noodle shop? Noodles are pretty good.
I apologize. I have no bias against noodles.
Totally does.
What I mean is, Miss Lilac's least favorite food is noodles. She even said, noodles being the protag's favorite food, that's so last year. It's a new year now. Have some creativity.
What is what is this voice? I love this man. But Lilac really is a big comic nerd.
Lilac seems to be quite the comic nerd.
In addition, according to what her chauffeur and bodyguard said, she even skipped her extra classes today. This is completely unprecedented. Miss Lilac has always been well behaved and never skips classes. Even in her free time, she spends it almost entirely reading comics. I have a suspicion that this all might have to do with that so-called Mockingbird organization.
Totally makes sense. The Phantom Thieves taught Lilac some bad habits. Maybe Lilac is in a rebellious phase. This one.
Did the Phantom Thieves teach Lilac bad habits?
Yes, I believe so. In any
Quick and
case,
simple.
in order to ensure that there are no potential threats to her safety, I wish to do some investigating at the places she frequents. If I could be so bold as to ask you to accompany me, I believe you are likely more familiar with Lumina Square than I am.
Sure, Lumina Square is like a second home to me. Sure, I can be your proxy for Lumina Square. Let's do this one.
Sure. Lumina Square may as well be my second home.
It seems you are indeed quite familiar with the location. I was wise to ask for your help.
That's right.
Yes. There was something else I wished to discuss with you. May I call you Master while investigating, just in case? I believe using this to cover our identities will be more convenient for us.
Dude, you're a walking mountain. I think you could call anybody whatever you wanted and nobody would give you any trouble. How tall is Lycon? Lycon's at least got to be 7. Maybe 6.5. Lycon's height 6'6". Okay, what's his weight? Between... Okay, an actual... It comes up with the details for an actual animal. That is horrifying. "6'6" with shoulder girth that size and a V-taper. Bro's at least 240, 250 pounds. I think you could get away with whatever you wanted. Of course you can. Call me that as much as you want. No, the first one.
By all means, go ahead.
We are not doing that second
Thank
one.
you for your cooperation. Then, let us begin from the noodle shop.
The second one was horrible. Is everybody lined up? Okay. There he is, my boy's back. How you been? Yeah, sorry, we got a really late start today. Job ran kind of long, and after the workout time and everything else, I ended up getting on about 9:30, which for you would be about 9 o'clock. Are you free right now? I wanted to ask you about something. Well, sorry, I'm in the middle of something right now, and there's a stream of customers queuing out the door. Ah, you're good, man. My bad. I'm gonna try to get their schedule back together once I'm not having to stay over as much. So, what's your commute like? Is it a bus, train, personal vehicle? Been short-staffed at the shop recently, and the part-time kids aren't always able to come in. Part-timers are terrible. Besides making all the noodles. Fully packed bus. Ew, that sounds horrible. But that's just me. I'm not really a public transportation guy. I'm spoiled. But it's... I guess it could be worse. It's better than having to drive everywhere you go. Besides making all the noodles, I have to serve all the dinners too. Serve all the diners. My bad. It's so bad. I hate to say it, unless it was a long train ride, I think I would rather actually stand. It's easier to move around. No, I will admit, from being here and having to drive everywhere, it's nice, but one thing I'll admit about when we were in New York for those 2 days, not having to find parking was nice too. But at least with them, you could walk everywhere. Go for it. Oh, I am beyond curious to see this. Let me pull it up. Yep, I'm looking for it right now. Oh, golly. Dude, I think this is beyond fully packed. Dude, that's beyond fully packed. That is insane. I'm not believing this. I always thought those were like every now and then. I did not realize that was normal. Oh, that is awesome. The only problem is I am imagining how bad those reports are going to be if somebody gets hit. Oh, I would never get off of those stupid crashes. 9 to... Oh, good heavens. But yeah, that's pretty much the most common commute time. Oh, that is horrible. Besides making all the noodles, I have to serve all the diners too, so people take an eternity just to order. That's the problem. And whereas over... I'm not comparing, but over here, they would blow a gasket if somebody got hit. Dude, there would be so many lawsuits getting thrown around. I swear, if you did clip anybody on the side of one of those buses, you would get your short suit off of you. It would make things more efficient if you were to know in advance what each customer in the queue wished to order. This is going to be like that one they did a while back with the sandwiches, the event. Of course it would. If I could get their orders in advance, then I could really focus on the noodles. You've done it before? Okay. But you know what? I guess if you're on a tight schedule and everybody's taking the bus, that makes sense. Now, I imagine bike and motorcycle traffic is pretty big over there, isn't it? I mean, desperate times call for desperate situations. Desperate measures. My bad, it's been a day. I see I have a proposal to address this problem. You can judge for yourself if it's appropriate. With your assent, we could sign a temporary contract. Are you serious? No, not even the basic green or red? Dude. Oh, that is horrible. So not even... So basically green, red, and stop signs. Sounds like that's probably what you mostly have. Street lamps. No, it does not count. That does not count. That is not the same thing. That is totally not the same thing. The problem is I can't pull you over for running a street lamp. I can pull you over for running a red light. And help ask your diners about their preferences, give them some appropriate suggestions, and summarize everything into a table for your perusal. Of course, I won't be requiring any form of compensation. So you don't have green lights or red lights? Is it... It must just be stop signs then, if that. I mean, traffic lights aren't the best in the world by any means, but whenever we have a bad storm, normally traffic lights get knocked out and you leave people to fend for themselves, and it is horrifying to watch. I mean, these people cannot drive to save their life. That is absolutely insane to me. Pretty much the only time that I can say we are not out running traffic and looking for I need my model to have hands so I can slap myself on the model too. That's it. The next thing we're going to do, I'm going to find a way to give my model a hand so I can facepalm myself. That's exactly what's appropriate here. So, the only time I can think that we are not running traffic, looking for suspicious vehicles, and checking on businesses is when it's raining. And that is just because trying to pull somebody over in the rain and trying to tell them why you stopped them, getting their ID and everything else while it's raining, that is horrible. Because what's going to happen is that person can't hear you, and now they're going to be yelling and freaking out while you're holding their paperwork in the rain. That is pretty much the only time we do not do traffic, is if it's raining or snowing, which we only get snow like a couple of times a year here, and it's very little. I would lose my dang mind. That's just another reason I'm happy we don't have politicians visit here. Lycon sure is one dependable attendant. Trust us on this one. Let's do that one. They don't care about one thing. Oh my gosh, that. Oh. What's the one thing they magically care about? White Bull. It's a Thyron attendant. He looks so suave. I know, he got all of us. Good day. Our restaurant provides a menu service that matches you with dishes that suit your needs to increase efficiency. May I ask, what appeals to your taste? My taste? That's a little direct, isn't it? I like them hot and arrogant. What? To the mayor? In my 2 years of being on patrol, I can guarantee you, we did not have any politicians visit that I can recall whatsoever. And I am more than happy for that. The closest thing we've ever done that was similar to that was we do funeral escorts here. And that is, depending on the family, they can request a funeral escort from the law enforcement, and we will go out there and escort them to this from their funeral home to the cemetery. That's pretty much about it. I had to do several of those. And trust me, on an interstate, which is our busiest highways, trying to run 100 miles an hour, quite literally, to catch a funeral procession, not my favorite hobby. I am so happy. By US standards, I'm basically in a small town, and that keeps most politicians and higher-ups away. Okay, we're not gonna talk to this kid anymore. She kind of scares me. So that's on me. I didn't explain myself clearly enough. What I meant to say was, how do you like your noodles? Oh, in that case, I like sweet noodles. They make sweet ones. I've identified the main request: white bowl, preferably on the sweeter side. Pumpkin soup noodles? I've never heard of those. You mind if I watch the attendant while I eat? They go really well. Child, get some help. I don't think that's a good idea. That's too bad. For a second there, I thought the noodles in the menu had turned into a high-end rip. How did we go from one cringe to another? First off, we have the official wannabe, and now we have this one, who I think might be able to give Morgan from Darkstalkers a run for her money. Yeah, I totally get that. No, this is Lycon's his side story. I never actually completed it. Since we're basically done waiting for Anby, I figured it'd be a good time as any to start on it. I'm regretting my decision. First off, we have Lilac, which is Lycon's employer, acting worse than Fischl from Genshin on her dialogue. She literally took 3 different anime names and pushed them together to make a name for herself, one of which was Code Geass. Yeah, the thing about us is we do have a bunch of politicians here, as everybody knows, but because by comparison the US is so much bigger than most other continents or most other nations, that they pretty much stay in a handful of areas and that's it. They're not going to bother coming down to a place where I'm at. Trust me, the southern end of the states, nobody is going to touch. I mean, the closest thing that I have anywhere near my tri-state area is Texas. And Texas really doesn't do much with politicians. They just have the overflow from California. Oh crud, I should have read this one before I left it on screen so long. May I please pet your tail? What? The tail has a different price tag. Go right ahead, it's free. What is wrong with you? We're gonna do this one, because I get the feeling if that poor kid tries to actually touch Lycon's tail, she's gonna get smacked. Well, I haven't heard that one before. Look, thanks, but the tail is off limits. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. So is it late getting there, so now you're stuck waiting on them? Look at this crowd. How long are we going to be waiting for? Is it really that hard to get a bite to eat around here? Restaurant provides a menu service, matchy dishes, increased efficiency. How do you like your noodles? You mean flavor? Well, of course, it's got to be spicy. Noodles without chili is like an ethereal without a hollow. It's not natural. Is that normal, or is that just every now and then? An hour's kind of sucks. I mean, that's the one thing I can say about most of ours. We have quite normal. That is garbage. I mean, we have buses like that here that can run late, but it's not, to my knowledge, it's not normal. But then again, I've never really done much of public transportation, especially now with me having 2 units to use. So is that what you normally use, or do you normally use the bus? And now by bike, I'm assuming... Okay, that makes sense. Now, bike-wise, I'm assuming it's more like a motorcycle or a dirt bike, not an actual pedal bike. Okay, that's kind of what I was figuring. So normally about this time, you're already busy. But that makes sense. Master, based on this diner's description, have identified their main requests: a black bowl, piping hot soup, and a dish with meat. Please recommend a dish for them. Oh, absolutely. Noodles look like it'll hit the spot. Oh, good heavens, the idea of riding a bike for an hour. Now, 40. I'm assuming that's kilometers for you, correct? Okay, so my math checks out. 40K. Okay, so kilometers an hour, 40 for you is... Is that your main road speed? Oh no, if that's your main road speed, oh no. That's our residential neighborhood speed. Our road speed is normally 60 and up. It's 60 miles an hour for us, so for you, that would be closer to 75, 80 kilometers an hour. Let's see, 80. Oh no, it's worse than that. Hold on. Okay, so if my math checks out, our average road speed over here is about 90 kilometers an hour. And that for us is about 55 miles an hour, and that's the slower roads. Now our actual highway interstates, let me see. That's about 120 kilometers an hour. Looks like you're working really hard. I thought you were some rich person who brought their attendant out to experience life in the real world. Thank you, I guess. Okay, that's closer to our downtown in our city districts, which is 40 miles an hour. What did I say that was? But that would be closer to 60. No, 70. About 70 kilometers an hour is roughly what our city street would be. That's a little over 40 miles per hour. In like downtown, where most of our businesses and our big parking garages are at, we normally try to stay in that range. But the constant turning would drive me insane. Order's been settled. So she's out of the way. At least she wasn't as creepy as the other one. The other kid was starting to scare me. Every bowl of noodles looks so good to me. Good day. Our restaurant provides a menu service that matches you with dishes, suits your needs, blah, blah, blah. But I don't really have any special requests. I'll take whatever you suggest. Is there anything you could recommend? How about this white bowl of fried barbecue noodles? It's one of our most popular dishes. Pick up a body every few hours. Okay, you totally got a point. I give. You have a point. I mean, downtown, they're not exactly the brightest bunch out there, but hey, at least they know how to stay out of the road. I would be lying if I say cops here even dealt with jaywalkers very much. It's kind of a That's kind of a self-correcting error, I hate to say. I guess they figure a car flying at 70 kilometers an hour probably help get your mind right. That sounds pretty good, but isn't fried barbecue a little greasy? I like eating meat, but it's not very healthy if it's greasy. Fair. Lean meats are best meats. Well, how about a black bowl of red chili chicken noodles? Soup isn't greasy, and it's good for your immune system. It does sound good, but the black bowl has red chili in it. Won't that be a bit too spicy? I can eat spicy food, so there's no problem there, but I just don't feel like eating something that's super spicy. I get that. I want something that tastes good, not something that's trying to eat me. That's not what whatever means. Alright, you be good, buddy. I'll see you Monday, which for you is going to be Tuesday morning. I'm going to try to... Right, I totally lied. I've got to do a class Monday. Wednesday morning at 8:30. I'll be on Tuesday night at 9 o'clock for my time. And we'll have the new update then too, so we can go through all that together. And I'll see if we can get Dave back with us, and we'll have all three of us there. Uh-oh, hold on. I gotta see this before we go. Yep, I gotta see it. Is that what your school looks like? Or is that just from inside the bus? At least the building structure looks kind of solid though. I mean, it's not pretty, but it's solid. Definitely stable. That was your high school. Okay. Your weather looks kind of like ours. It's dry. But dude, that is insane. That bus, look at that video on the bus, still kills me. I cannot believe they have that many people on the outside. Dude, in the States, that would absolutely get one of us killed. And I don't mean the guy on the side of the bus. I mean one of us having to work it with calls. Master, based on their description, identify their main request. Meaty, but not greasy and not spicy. Green pepper. Let's go with that. Is that a black bowl with green peppers? That'll still be too spicy. Loser! I swear, I'm just gonna choke this guy and be done with it. Dude, how cold? I'm a sucker for cold weather. Network is cooked. I'm gonna go now. Alright, I'll see you later, dude. It was great. Again, Wednesday morning we'll be back. You take care. Thinking you, I'm not the type of diner with many requests. Must be a real pain for you when you get a picky eater, right? Thank you for sharing your concerns. We always try to cater to the needs of our diners, no matter the customer. Hope you have a lovely meal. As expected, a Lycon, cool, calm, and collected. I've counted up all the orders of all the customers in line. Let's hurry up and give Chop Jr. the final table. Get back here, you rotten little jerk. That's it, you guys are moving fast. Let me see, this is a complete clear table with prominent, easy to read items. You really are a gem of a worker. Once I'm financially independent, I'd love to have such a capable attendant helping out with daily operations in the shop. Just think of all the customers he'll attract just by standing there. Does that last bit your points? Icon services cost top dollar. Your praise honors me, but you surely are joking. I'm merely a humble attendant. I wonder if you might be available now to answer a few questions. I almost forgot about all that. Go ahead and ask away. We can talk about anything you want except my pen. There's a little girl called Lilac. She used to shop at your store quite frequently. Like who? Sorry, my memory isn't the greatest, and I'm always forgetting other people's names. Always saying things that people find difficult to understand. The girl is always talking nonsense. She just came into our store recently for some part-time work. One look tells me she'd never lifted a finger on housework at home, but hardworking, studious, and a pretty good person. Speaking of which, paid her a big advance on her salary today. Left her student ID as collateral. An advance on her salary, and thank you for cooperation. You've been a tremendous help. It's fine. Now that you mention it, what is your relationship with the kid? He's the employer, has some minor issues recently, and I'm duty bound to keep her safe. And does that mean Wise? I'm Lycon's friend. Just as Mr. Wise has here advised, we are as close as intimate friends. But in addition to that, he is also my master. Ah, now I get it. Anyway, Thyroid Attendant, you are very capable. If you're after any side gigs in the future, please come and find me. I'll make it worth your while. Looks like you gathered a lot of information about Lilac and discussed it with Lycon. So bossy.
I did not expect Miss Lilac would actually work here part-time. Logically speaking, she would not lack pocket money to spend, unless perhaps she's saving up to purchase something particularly expensive.
That would be a while, though. Not gonna try to buy that painting, is she?
Is it possible that Lilac wants to instead buy that painting she was going to steal?
As expected of a great proxy such as yourself, you came to this conclusion immediately as well.
I wouldn't think she'd be saving up
Lilac's
for it,
parents
though.
have been planning to sell a batch of paintings recently.
Oh, never mind.
That painting is amongst them, and I hear it was reserved a couple of days ago. But that painting is not cheap. If I had to guess, I'd say it costs about...
How much? Lycon used hands to convey an impossibly large number. Excuse me, how much?
Wait a second. How much? Could someone her age really afford something like that?
Well, in terms of material wealth, my employer is indeed quite affluent.
Material wealth?
Is there another kind of wealth?
Miss Lilac's parents are usually exceptionally busy and are unable to spend time with her.
Oh.
However, they are very strict and expect the best from her. No matter what she is doing, she usually has a chauffeur or bodyguards to accompany her. Well, excuse me, monitor her actions would be a more apt way to put it. Every
Okay.
day after school, Miss Lilac also has endless extracurricular and supplementary classes to attend. Though she may have material wealth, is she truly happy? I've been wondering ever since I took over attendant duties for this household. Perhaps that is exactly why Miss Lilac spends so much time with her comics.
It's an
At the
escapism.
very least, in the world of comic book fiction, she is free.
Lycon is so responsible. He is such a good person. There you go.
You really are a good person.
You flatter me, but I may not be how you think I am. Someone once told me that family is an everlasting, unavoidable curse placed upon a person.
Okay.
No matter how much you grow, no matter where you go, that curse will forever follow you like a shadow. When you fall to rock bottom or climb to your peak, it will appear,
Dang.
turning you back into that helpless, powerless child who can do nothing but hide in the closet and weep.
Golly. Bro.
Perhaps it is because I have never known the feeling of being bonded to someone through blood, but
Good heavens, my guy.
I've always believed that family should not be a curse, as they had told me.
There. Golly, the other one was scaring me a little bit, dude. Family can be full of warmth. Who told you that? This one.
Family can be full of warmth. There to support you every step of the way.
Naturally, I wouldn't dig on who's told them that.
It seems you and your kin are quite close. I am sincerely happy to know that. I believe Lilac chose to work part-time due to her family as well. Perhaps her savings are just short of being able to afford the painting, and she does not wish to ask her parents for help.
Possible.
Perhaps she simply wants to obtain something through the efforts of her own two hands.
I'm not seeing her being that type, but Chop did say she was a hard worker.
However, what I am most worried about is that if Miss Lilac did manage to buy the painting, it would then follow that she would meet with members of Mockingbird.
And
If
give
this
it
is
to them.
so, she may end up in danger. So, could I be so bold as to ask you to accompany me to another location? Once we
Let's
are
get it.
there, I should be able to confirm where exactly that painting will end up.
Let's get it. Oh, this young gentleman here, interested in buying some jade. We just got a new batch in. No thanks, I don't need it. As expected of a rich gentleman? How about you buy a piece of jade for this Thyron attendant with you? It could be a token of trust between you two. Seeing it is like seeing your master in person. Just imagine passing this down for 5 generations to your descendants. How about no? How about this? I'll cut you a 12% discount. I'm practically giving it away. Just consider it a way to make friends. The name's Casey. Every pawn trader around here knows my name. You guys are lucky to have bumped into me. Yeah, sure. Mr. Casey, why are you not here to... We are not here to shop. My bad. Have you heard about that famous piece at the museum getting torched? Do you know who did this? It was the artist himself. All his works are supposed to be fireproof. If it burned, it's definitely a fake. Alright, your turn. Which organization has the highest success rate in our field so far? Mockingbird. Or to be more precise, the formerly active Mockingbird. Ha! I never would have guessed a couple of just decent looking guys like you were actually in the know. Guess you deserve a bonus question. Who's the leader of Mockingbird? That's not one of our code words. Just messing with you. If you knew the answer to the industry's biggest secret, you wouldn't be standing here, would you? Remain silent. Just let him work. Fine, get anything you need to sell? My cut's a fixed 20%, no discounts. Now we'd like to ask you for some information. Naturally, we shall offer appropriate compensation. Oh, looking for a bit of intel, huh? You've come to the right person. But rules are rules. If you want the info, I need the code word, and your master has to give it to me too. Most famous piece in the museum was torched. Who was the arsonist? The artist himself. Very good, correct. Which organization has the highest success rate in our field so far? Mockingbird. Very good, you're correct. Tell me then, what do you want to know? It's about that painting, Divine Heart. Do you know who the buyer is? Know that? Then you really have come to the right place. The buyer of that painting is a little girl. Kids these days, each richer than the last. That's precisely as I'd predicted. Got it. Thank you for the information. No problem. Oh yeah, one more question for the attendant. Are you working solo these days, or do you have a partner? Surely this pampered gentleman here with his innocent Bambi eyes isn't your partner, right? You jerk. I once had a partner, but now we are enemies. That's gonna be Hugo. That happens all the time in this line of work. We've all had partners who ended up becoming our enemies. So why did you split? Trouble dividing your cuts equally? Come on, spill the beans. I love hearing these stories. I'm sorry, it's private. Lycon frowns and pulls awkwardly at the collar on his coat. He seems rather reluctant to talk about this topic. Yikes, judging by the look on your face, you must have parted ways with spicy drama. Shame we didn't know each other back then. I'm a top mediator in this industry. Maybe if I'd stepped in, you'd still be peacefully splitting your profits. So what is your former partner up to now? Have they got any good stuff? You talking too much? Ever heard the saying, silence is golden? It's okay, thank you for helping out. Mr. Casey, here's your promise for remuneration. Haven't heard that one in a hot minute. Let us hereby part ways. After talking to the suspicious merchant, you give Lycon a wink. Lycon instantly understands. The two of us walk to a remote area together.
You seem to have something about which you would like to inquire. Please, go ahead.
Why do you know so much about these kinds of transactions? What exactly is your line of work?
What exactly is your line of work?
As you can see, I am merely a normal attendant. I understand your confusion. However, this concerns my past. It also concerns my nemesis.
Dude, what is that glare? Ah!
Lycon's nemesis. Perhaps it's one of those creatures from old civilization films who happen to like a certain crimson liquid.
Vampires.
That get into fights with wolf people whenever they come across one another.
I believe your imagination is running away with you.
That is terrible.
In any case, that past is not pleasant.
Alright, I'll let you off the hook for now. I wouldn't, probably.
Alright, well,
it's his business.
I'll let you off the hook now, but I'll keep it in mind.
Thank you for your understanding. As a matter of fact, I once had dealings with these intermediaries due to, well, I had my reasons. Many of them are so cunning, they will take advantage of any weaknesses they perceive. It takes patience and effort to deal with them. If you ever come across such merchants in the future, please be careful. And do not give your trust lightly. Seeing as Miss Lilac has already obtained the painting, she must be meeting with the people from Mockingbird soon. We
Checks
must
out.
stop her before that happens. She should have just finished her supplementary classes. Let's head over and take a look.
Looks like the second story is gonna be mostly dialogue. So, Mockingbird is a super mean fan of the Syndicate. They can get a hold of anything if they want to, not even Tops can stop them. Really, I'm not buying it. Don't you believe me? Their biggest case at that time was what was it again? Le Macrio Hotel. That's right, that's the one. Are you also a fan of Mockingbird? Not really, I just happen to know a thing or two about them. The students gather around Lycon chatting endlessly as he managed to make his way into their inner circle. I've got a question I'd like to ask you all. Do you know Miss Lilac? In our cram class, I don't think she's here today. She was here earlier, she's already left. Always on about some companion of justice stuff. Nah, you're just not getting it. She's trying to be edgy. Edgy, that's ancient. That trend died like last decade. Oh right, at the last PTA her folks didn't show. Some old dude came instead. I think it was her attendant. Thought it was her grandpa. But seriously, she's loaded. She even got a personal chauffeur. Why doesn't she just hire a tutor to teach her at home? Maybe she wants to make friends? She's solo all the time. I feel kind of sorry for her. Like there's not much we can do. Legit can't make heads or tails. But she's always buried in her comics during break. No thanks. I don't want to hang out with someone like her. You whip. Lycon appears at the corner. Aha! Snitch! Take her down. That's enough. I don't want to hear it. Are you satisfied seeing me like this? I'm useless, such a freak, so hated by everyone. It's the kind of person I am. Are you happy? Golly, kid. Look, okay, you gotta turn that into a strength. Don't just be upset that people don't like you. Thrive on it. The fact that they don't like you means they're thinking about you all the time. The fact that they don't like you means they are spending more time dealing with you. You are literally eating time out of their day. Think about it. Lilac ran off again. Lycon and you glance at each other silently before chasing after her. Get the kid. Take her down. There is no escape. You really hide. Okay, she's standing at the corner. You've been investigating me all this time. Was it my father or mother put you up to it? It's because I skipped one of my extra classes or dropped a rank at the monthly exam. Always fixing on these things, all they ever remember. And she's gone. There you are, turd. Okay, let's face it, this kid would not be able to outrun Lycon if you wanted to catch her. You also think the other students are correct, right? Companion justice, what a joke. Spending all day about being chosen one, can't even control my daily life. Why do you want to take that away from me? Stop following me. How about I punch you across the yard to see who's a loser, me or you? Having run alongside Lycon for a long time, you're already out of breath, while Lycon remains as composed as ever. You inadvertently catch his eye, and since he's hesitating as if wanting to suggest carrying you, luckily you managed to catch up before that.
Miss Lilac, please. We have no ill intentions. And I do not agree with what those other students said about you. I merely want
just
to
a
warn
kid.
you that Mockingbird is suspicious. It is possible you may encounter danger if you go.
Even if I'm in danger, it doesn't concern you.
Kinda does, Honey Bunch.
In the end, you're just an attendant that my parents hired. Why are you trying to stick your nose into everything?
Gonna do my freaking job.
In any case, you're probably just like those other people. You must think I'm a freak, just like they do.
Or you think it, and that's why you're projecting onto me.
Well, I'm so sorry that you're forced to take care of someone who only causes trouble, who no one loves, who's edgy and delusional like me.
I've never thought that.
Okay, you're catching his hand. You're gonna get a slap of destiny to get your mind
Miss
right.
Lilac, you are the respectable, important employer of Victoria Housekeeping.
Uh-huh.
We would never treat someone like yourself with such utter disrespect.
Okay, Lycon is amazing when it comes to being a father figure. Let Ellen talk to her. I think Ellen gets some sense into
But you
her.
weren't even willing to listen to what I said.
Because you suck.
My most sincere apologies. My knowledge is lacking. I have yet to better understand popular subcultures, such as what being edgy truly means. I shall
That
make
is
sure
not
to
the
take
point.
lessons and educate myself on it.
I don't think taking lessons is necessary. Like understands such edgy speech.
Let's be real. Isn't it a little unfair to expect others to understand such over-the-top
There
language?
you go.
I mean, the only reason I get it is, because I'm kind of special.
Dude, calling somebody special this day and age does not have the same meaning
It
anymore.
doesn't matter anymore. This is all just the price I need to pay to become a companion of justice.
So you're talking about being delusional and then you're feeding into it instead.
I bought the painting
Right.
so I can finally meet with them. The people at Mockingbird told me that I'm the most promising recruit yet.
Because you're rich.
I will join them and become a companion.
I understand. If that is your wish, I will not stop you.
Well, smack the dog
I
crap
will
out of
help
you.
you fulfill it.
Ooh.
I'm meeting with Mockingbird at the Ballet Twins at this time tomorrow. You know, I can in fact do this by myself.
No, you can't.
I don't need you. I've got a carrot and I've prepared weapons to deal with the ethereals.
Weapons. Hun, you're 15-ish.
So, I don't care if you come or not. It's up to you.
Oh, not like I like you or anything. Woo. Going freaking Sue Daddies. Lilac leaves.
My apologies. I have brought shame to myself.
Nah, you're just dealing with a problem
By
child.
making Miss Lilac feel uncomfortable, I have failed in my duties as an attendant.
Oh, she's also a bit of a brat there, bro. You really gonna do
Are
this?
you really going to do this? To help grant Lilac her wish?
Yes, I will. However, the wish I will help her fulfill is what her heart truly desires. If I'm correct in my suspicions, she doesn't simply wish to join Mockingbird.
She wants
That's
recognition.
only what's on the surface. She has other needs, emotional needs, that are truly what she seeks to fulfill.
Uh-oh.
The fish has taken the bait.
By fish, you mean?
That organization calling itself Mockingbird has contacted me. Master Proxy, may I ask you for a favor? Please, this is something only you can do.
Okay. Second floor this time. Okay. Before we get too much further, it is 10:50 in my time. I still have work tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. We'll pick up on this probably Monday and we'll start here. Oh shoot, I said Monday. Sorry. I mean Tuesday. My time's going to be 9 o'clock. For everyone else's time, let's see, if you are in Southeast Asia, pretty sure I said that wrong. If you're one of our buds that's in Asia, you're going to be probably 8:30 Wednesday morning. And if you're 3 hours ahead of me, that would be midnight on Tuesday night. So I will see you guys then. Thank you for everybody for visiting. And hopefully we won't be fighting with this stupid audio again next time. Everybody take it easy. Have a nice night. Bye.
まで終わることないデスティニー届くことないメッセージもう抜け出せないの Right on の過去に戻れはしないこの胸が生み出した空想鳴りやまない Right me いつまででもない再生もう抜け出せないの Right on のこの闇に耐えはないもう覚悟の Don't cry anymore. Oh, tell me destroy. Oh, protect without destroy. 感情と記憶がもつれ 特別な何かを割ったとして逸脱してくセントラルドグマ月明かり陰ることに響く祈り絡まってくジャスティス敗北の意味進むため戦うしかない見張られたままで終わることないデスティニー届くことないメッセージもう抜け出せないの Right on の過去に戻りはしないこの胸に掲げてた証拠途切れることない生命いつまででも存在証明もう抜け出せないの Right on のこの闇に耐えはない永遠に抗って Don't cry anymore Oh tell me the truth Oh protect without destroy You see sunrise, shining sadness. Tell me, where was it born? Waiting, believe in promise. Every time this body takes, fall into